Honourable members, it was here, at this very institution, where I had the privilege of beginning my European journey as an intern. It may be a twist of fate, but it is most of all an honour and a privilege to be here before you, seeking your approval as a member of the European Commission, responsible for intergenerational fairness, youth, culture and sport. My personal commitment embodies this portfolio. As I wrote in my replies to your questions, I engaged in participatory democracy from a very young age. I have played an active role in youth, sport and cultural organisations at the local, national and international levels. Honourable members, diversity, fairness and solidarity. These have always been the cornerstones of the European project. These values are enshrined in our treaties. If confirmed, these European values will play a vital role in my work as European Commissioner. We stand with the brave people of Ukraine. The brave people of Ukraine who are defending not only their land, but also our common values. We will continue to support Ukraine for as long as it takes. And I will assess where we can strengthen our collaboration within the scope of my portfolio with Ukraine and with other candidate countries. I clearly remember the optimism and the excitement when Malta joined the European Union 20 years ago. I was there at the celebrations at the Grand Harbour. I was one of those young people whose life was transformed by EU membership. I had the opportunity to live the European dream. Yes, enlargement is a merit-based process. Yet I firmly believe we have a collective responsibility to work hard together so that many more people can live their own European dream. I'm honoured to be nominated the first ever European Commissioner for Intergenerational Fairness. Intergenerational fairness is one of the most important societal challenges we have today. We must not leave any generation behind. But we also need to take into account the needs of future generations in all actions that we take. Honourable members, we have a collective responsibility to ensure holistic and long-term responses. If confirmed, I will put forward the first ever strategy on intergenerational fairness. I will cooperate with all members of this Parliament and of this committee, as well as of College, to ensure that the voices of all generations are listened to and that their views are acted upon. And I will ensure that all the possible tools offered by Foresight will be used to promote intergenerational fairness. If confirmed, I will also integrate an intergenerational fairness dimension in all areas under my responsibility, starting with the youth. Young people are underrepresented in politics, and they are less likely to vote. This can lead to policies that disregard their interests and concerns. This is why it is essential to engage youth, to ensure fair political participation and representation. This is essential for the youth, but it is also essential for our democracy. Democracy is a value upon which our union is founded, and our democracy is under threat. We can only protect our democracy with the youth on board. Without the youth, the future of the European project already lies in the past. That is also why young people must be enabled to have their say on the future. As one of you told me, we must make politics with young people, not for young people. As Commissioner for Youth, I understand my role as next generation's advocate in the European Commission. If confirmed, I will work tirelessly to give them a seat around the table and to include them in all the decisions that affect their future. To this end, I will also support the members of the Future College in organising youth policy dialogues. This will send a strong signal to youth that their interests are at the core of our work. Alongside this, I will assist the President in setting up the Youth Advisory Body. In this work, I will pledge to ensure the representation of youth across the EU's member states and communities. Building on the legacy of the European Year of Youth and of the Conference on the Future of Europe, these actions will be complemented by a youth check. I intend to use this as a key tool to empower young people, enabling them to drive change and shape the future. Intergenerational fairness and solidarity start with the youngest members of our society, children. Children bear no responsibilities in shaping the world that they inherit. They only have rights: the right to safety, the right to education, and the right to a future filled with hope and opportunity. It is our collective duty to combat child poverty with all the tools at our disposal. Implementing the EU strategy on the rights of the child is a responsibility that I take with utmost seriousness. I am going to work to make it a reality across all the corners of our Union. No child, I repeat, no child must be left behind. One of our greatest challenges is protecting the mental health of our children and our young people, especially online. If confirmed, I will lead the work on an action plan against cyberbullying, working closely with other members of the College to embrace issues including education, digitalisation, security and combating hate speech, as well as ensuring equality and health. Honourable members, solidarity also means uniting our creativity and our political will to tackle shared challenges. I am convinced by the power of culture, with its rich, diverse tapestry, and sport to unite and connect, but also to inspire people. Art, music, and cinema bring joy to Europeans and encourage reflection and interaction across geographic and linguistic borders. One of you told me some days ago, culture and cultural heritage are the cement that shape and foster our common European sense of belonging. I remember when Valletta was inaugurated as the European Capital of Culture a few years back. I want to continue to show Europeans that EU support helps to showcase culture, foster sustainable urban development, and promote European identity. Culture and the creative sector also have a huge potential for our economy. Yet much of this potential seems to be currently going untapped. We need a more strategic approach to the Commission's work in this field. If confirmed, I will deliver a new strategic framework, a culture compass, that will harness and connect culture's multiple dimensions with the Commission's broader political priorities. From my meetings with you, I know that you have excellent ideas of what should be included in the Culture Compass. If confirmed, I will work very closely with you to deliver a holistic strategy, a strategic framework that will be a game changer in the sector. This is essential to tackle common challenges, such as protecting Europe's diverse cultural heritage from climate change, creating real value added through culture in our regions, and ensuring that culture benefits from new digital technologies like AI. AI brings unique opportunities, offering tools to complement artists' skills and unlock new forms of expression. It can help to reach wider audiences and boost innovation. But we also know about the challenges and the risks related to AI. Change can be difficult to embrace. Still, by harnessing its potential and mitigating the risks, we can empower artists and strengthen Europe's cultural leadership in the digital age. If confirmed, I will formulate an AI strategy for the cultural and creative industries, together with the Executive Vice President for Tech Sovereignty, Security and Democracy. These initiatives will form part of my broader efforts to build on the work of the current Commission and the Parliament to improve the working conditions of Europe's artists and cultural professionals. It was so beautiful to see the European flag fly at the Paris Olympics last summer. It filled us with a sense of pride. It was a reminder of the power of sport to bring people together, to foster cohesion in our society. As a former vice president and a former player of a local football club, I have first-hand experience of the importance of solid governance, fairness and integrity, but also of the financial solidarity and support that's needed at the grassroots level. I will dedicate all my energy to preserve and promote our European sport model and the shared values of fairness, tolerance and equality that it embodies. The European sport model is fundamental to promote our common values within and beyond our union. If confirmed, I will use the full power of sport and cultural diplomacy to promote peace and foster people-to-people dialogue. But my efforts will not stop there. Sport is essential to tackling the epidemic of inactivity and obesity in Europe, and to reducing the risk of non-communicable diseases and mental health problems. Yet, up to 45% of Europeans never exercise. 45% of Europeans never do sport. To increase Europeans' participation in sport, I will propose a review of the Council recommendation on health-enhancing physical activity. I will support the Member States in encouraging Europeans to move and to enjoy sports benefits for their physical and mental health. Before I turn to your questions, let me say a few words about EU funds and programmes. Erasmus+, including Discover EU, Creative Europe and the European Solidarity Corps not only support our policy making, but also empower millions of people, regardless of their age, to gain new experiences and strengthen their skills. This enables them to engage in communities and actively contribute to shaping our future in the Union. We all know that in a few months, we will need to discuss the future of these funds and programmes. Together with you, honourable members, and my colleagues in college, I will be focusing on identifying what should be financed and subsequently how best to finance it. We have to ensure that EU funding has a real impact on the ground and is simple enough to allow all beneficiaries to gain from it. Honourable members, I am eager to work with you to strengthen our union. Together, we can bring tangible benefit to Europe's people and its regions. Together, we have what it takes to tackle the challenges that lie ahead of us. And together, honourable members, we can reinforce our shared values, the values that we hold dear, values on which this European house is built: diversity, fairness, solidarity and democracy. I ask for your trust to allow me to take forward the Commission's work on intergenerational fairness, youth, culture and sport, to realise our shared vision together. I now look forward to your questions. Thank you.